Do you want to know the secret to getting hired or the blind spot that may get you fired? Well, stick around because we are going to be talking about type 6s at work. And the good news is I've done the research for you, so you don't have to. I have life-changing and career-advancing advice compiled from leading experts like Beatrice, Chestnut, and Susan Drumm. And make sure to watch till the end because I'm going to be sharing the 3 things you need to know about a type 6 team leader. Right, if you want to feel seen, understood, and challenged to let go of the things that are keeping you stuck in your personal and professional life, then make sure to hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss out on more free content coming up next week. Now, let's get to it. Sixes are loyal to their team and organization. They are not trying to make a name for themselves, but want the team to win. They prefer teamwork and collaboration, right, over self. They are attentive and engaged in meetings. They are very, very present. And sixes are also very reliable and dependable, right? They say what they do and they do what they say. And bosses love them because so many balls get dropped from day to day in the workplace, but not from a healthy six. Sixes have the gift of risk assessment, right? Their superpower is anticipating and then solving problems. This can make them come off as pessimists at times when they focus on the organization's weaknesses or threats on the SWOT analysis, but they're just doing it out of a desire to preserve and protect the organization. I say if the workplace was the Wild West, sixes would be gunslinging troubleshooters. They are so good at forecasting problems. They are preoccupied with safety and security, not just theirs, but remember the team and the organization, which is why they find safety in following processes and procedures. They do this out of a desire to keep things consistent and predictable. But if they lean too heavily on processes and procedures, it can make them a little too rigid at times. And therefore, sixes need to work on being more flexible. They can get into black and white thinking and just need to be more open to change and pivoting rather than always playing it safe. Sixes avoid ambiguity in ideas, roles, or situations. Sixes find comfort in certainty. So they ask a lot of questions, like type 1s, to get clarity on everything. Sixes will sometimes doubt their abilities and second-guess their decisions, which can then lead to procrastinating when they fear they may make the wrong decision. Right? When that inner committee kicks in and the six hears all the voices in their head, do this, or what about this, or oh, don't do that, then they can slip into analysis paralysis. And that's why they need to rely on the team for guidance and reassurance when they make decisions. And by the way, I want to say as we go along here, if any of these points describe you to a T, sixes, make sure to let me know in the comments below. I'd love to chat with you about it. All right, let's keep going. Sixes poke holes in people's plans to test how solid they are. Right, being the devil's advocate on the team, and remember, they don't enjoy playing the devil's advocate, but they feel like they have to in order to protect the team. Because of that, they'll push on seemingly weak plans or decisions to test them out, to feel them out, to see just how strong they are. Again, this can make them look like pessimists or antagonists at times, but they are just trying to protect the team. For the six, nothing is worse than others misusing or abusing their authority. Right? Sixes come around their wolf pack and don't like it when someone tries to abuse their power for selfish gain. And sixes usually can spot a corrupt or unhealthy leader before anyone else can. They have the gift of discernment. Sixes feel valued when others listen to their doubts and concerns. The worst thing you can do to a type 6 coworker is tell them not to worry. That's actually a pet peeve in the workplace. Right? They get annoyed when people say, don't worry about it. Nothing wrong is going to happen. But sixes are good at protecting, and that's why they build contingency plans for unexpected events. They have a plan for everything that can go wrong. And since they're always prepared, they are calm in crises. This is great. Like sixes spend a lot of time worrying about the what ifs But when the crisis comes, they are usually calm because they are prepared for whatever happens. In fact, they tend to overplan and overprepare, which is a really good thing until, like I said earlier, it leads to procrastination or keeping them from taking necessary risks at times. Sixes fear what might happen if they become too successful, unlike all the other types that are striving for success. It's because sometimes a type 6 fears that they're going to get a bigger target on their backs, right? And so they need to have confidence in themselves, confidence in their abilities, and confidence to know if they are successful that nothing bad's going to happen, that they're going to be able to handle that success, right? Because they are so suspicious of power, they might be afraid to wield the power that they do have at times. And so for a 6, they're going to have to get comfortable with power and trust themselves to use it wisely. For 6s, unreliable or unpredictable people are hard for them. They don't like bosses or leaders who change direction too quickly, move ahead too quickly, make decisions on their own apart from the team, or tend to dismiss the negative data or troubling data that a 6 may propose to them. So that may be a pet peeve of theirs if their boss isn't taking risk analysis seriously. And 6s aren't afraid to raise the red flag if they see an injustice or they see a boss abusing their power. Right? 6s don't like bad authority figures and oftentimes will have the courage to call them out if necessary. Right? I've seen 6s be the voice of truth in an organization and tell it like it is. 6s tend to either cling to or rebel against authority. Right, one of the growth areas for type 6s is to look at their relationship or their past relationships to authority figures or bosses. Right, when they're average to unhealthy, they can be too trusting and blind to the unhealthy aspects of a boss or authority figure that they are loyal to. Right, you can be too loyal to the wrong person. Or they can swing on the pendulum towards the other side and quickly mistrust an authority figure and do the good-bad split and have a hard time following them. So it's just something to watch out for if you are type 6. All right, at the beginning, I said I'd share 3 things that you need to know about a type 6 team leader. And these come from Enneagram teacher Beatrice Chestnut. And here they are. 1, they are team players. The best thing about being led by a 6 is that they will value you and your ideas because you're on the same team as them and they're team players. They will not charge ahead with a cape, but will listen to you and take your input seriously. So just celebrate that. Secondly, trust is everything to a type 6 boss. So do what you say, follow through on your responsibilities, and act with integrity and transparency. And if you do those things, you'll get along great with them. 3, their main goal is to protect. So when they start sharing their fears, concerns, or questions, don't misinterpret them as not having faith in you, faith in the team, or faith in the organization or goals. Right? They aren't going to put on the cape and sell Kool-Aid and have their head in the clouds and be super inspirational like some visionary leaders are, but they're going to be realists and they're going to be a little more low-key. So let them do what they do best and protect the team, right? As leaders who are cautiously optimistic. Right, and do everything you can, knowing that they don't trust themselves at times, to reassure them and build their confidence as a leader so they can trust themselves to keep leading you and the team. All right, thank you for joining me today. My name is Tyler Zock. I'm co-founder of One Hope Church. I'm an Enneagram coach and the author of the 40-Day Gospel for Enneagram Devotional series and your personal guide to helping you transform your life, your relationships, and workplace by giving you spot-on truths for your type. So if you enjoyed the content today and want to go through this with your team, let me know. I'd love to do a virtual session with you or a day workshop with you or your team. But this works perfect for a staff development day. Your team will walk away with many aha moments as they become more self-aware, more empathetic with each other, and just more energized to work with each other moving forward. And make sure to hit that like button to tell YouTube that this video was helpful. That would mean a lot to me. And now you can binge watch my Type 6 videos right here, or check out this playlist with over 90 minutes of teaching on all 9 Enneagram types right here. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.